Please be seated. Chancellor, graduates, guests and members of the university community, good morning and welcome. I'm Bill Patterson, University Secretary and Director of Governance Support. Graduations are one of the university's most important events. This year, the university will hold over 50 ceremonies, both in Sydney and in Shanghai. On occasion, the university seeks to honour individuals who've made extraordinary impacts upon society through the contributions they have made. Today, the university will bestow an honorary award upon an outstanding member of our community. I would like to introduce to you the official party who are here on stage. Seated at the centre of the stage is Ms. Catherine Livingstone AO, Chancellor of the University, who will preside over this ceremony. The Chancellor is joined today by Professor Andrew Parfitt, Vice-Chancellor and President, Professor Martin Bean, CBE, our honorary award recipient, who will also deliver the occasional address, Professor Stephanie Hemmelreich Donald, Head of School of Communication of the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences, who will be presenting graduates. The other people seated on stage are Mr. Kurt Cheng, Member of the UTS Council, Associate Professor Lynn Sinclair, Deputy Chair of Academic Board, Emeritus Professor Theo van Leeuwen, former Dean of the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences, professors, academics and professional staff from faculties and institutes who've played such a large part in the success of today's graduates. I would also like to acknowledge our members of staff graduating today, Lela Hope Chesi, Jan McLean and Carla Din Sabrocci. It now gives me great pleasure to invite Ms. Catherine Livingstone AO, our Chancellor, to formally open proceedings.
In the name of the Council, I declare this congregation of the University of Technology Sydney duly assembled. And on behalf of the University of Technology Sydney and on behalf of all of those present, and before we begin proceedings, I would like to acknowledge and pay our respects to the traditional owners of the land on which we meet, the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, and also to pay our respects to their elders past and present and acknowledge them as the traditional custodians of knowledge for this place. In this graduation ceremony, we're going to celebrate the conferral of awards upon graduates from the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences. Today's ceremony marks a great achievement for the graduates and also recognises the support they have received from family and friends, many of whom are with us here today. So we warmly welcome you as together we celebrate the achievements of our graduates. I will now ask Professor Andrew Parfitt, Vice-Chancellor and President, to present a candidate for the Doctor of Education honoris causa.
Chancellor, the Council of the University has established the award of Doctor of Education honoris causa to be made to persons who, in its opinion, have made an outstanding contribution to professional practice in a discipline of interest to the University. Chancellor, I present to you Professor Martin Bean, OBE. Emeritus Professor Martin Bean, CBE, is a sought-after thought leader in contemporary education. He is a champion of the pivotal role technology plays in democratising access to learning. Founder and CEO of the Bean Centre, he has held influential senior roles at universities in Australia and overseas, including as Vice-Chancellor and President of RMIT University in Victoria, and Vice-Chancellor and President of the Open University in the United Kingdom. Professor Bean is a UTS alumnus holding a Bachelor of Education in Adult Education. He has also been named a UTS luminary, a member of a group of inspirational alumni with a reputation for excellence. Professor Bean holds a strong belief that learning should be universally available. He has made an outstanding contribution to the education sector, leading the way in identifying the future of learning by successfully implementing accessible, technology-forward platforms. Professor Bean started his career investigating how technology could be used to enhance learning. He knew the internet would be a game changer for education. Professor Bean was appointed General Manager of Microsoft's Education Products Group in Seattle, USA, where he was tasked with developing solutions to help the global education community address its challenges. With Microsoft, Professor Bean played a major role in opening quality learning experiences to more people around the world. It was at Microsoft that he started working with the Open University to explore how technology could power social learning. The institution appointed him to the role of Vice-Chancellor and President in 2009. He was the first non-academic to be chosen to head the university. It was here that Professor Bean launched FutureLearn in 2012, the UK's first at-scale provider of massive open online courses, in partnership with 11 other UK universities. A year later, he oversaw the release of Open University Anywhere, an app that allowed students to access Open University undergraduate course materials using smartphones and tablets. He also collaborated with the Indian government to oversee the launch of TESS India, the Teacher Education Through School-Based Support in India initiative to bring distance learning teacher education resources to educators in that country. In 2015, Professor Bean was appointed Vice-Chancellor and President of RMIT University, where he served until July 2021. He led the university's evolution from a traditional dual-sector institution into a multi-sector leader in contemporary higher education. During his time at RMIT, Professor Bean was an advisor to the Australian government and was appointed a representative on the Commonwealth of Learning Board of Governors. In 2021, he was appointed by the Australian government as one of 3 business champions to support the Australia-Vietnam strategic partnership and jointly led a federal government review of university industry collaboration in teaching and learning. He was chair of the Australian Technology Network of Universities, of which UTS is a member, from 2017 to 2018, and chair of the Victorian Vice-Chancellors Committee from 2018 to 2019. In acknowledgement of his contributions to education over the course of his career, Professor Bean has received many prestigious awards, including an Honorary Doctor of Laws from the University of London and his appointment as a Commander of the Order of the British Empire, CBE. It is a great honour for the University of Technology, Sydney, to confer Professor Martin Bean, CBE, a Doctor of Education honoris causa, in recognition of his outstanding contribution to the establishment and progression of technology-led education. His passion for equal access to learning has impacted so many, and his work will continue to shape the future of education. Chancellor, in recognition of his distinguished contributions, I ask you to admit Professor Martin Bean, CBE, to the degree of Doctor of Education honoris causa.
That by the authority vested in me by the Council of the University of Technology, Sydney, I admit Professor Martin Bean, CBE, to the degree of Doctor of Education honoris causa. Congratulations, Martin. I now invite Professor Stephanie Hemmelreich-Donald, Head of School of Communication and of the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences, to present graduates.
Chancellor, I invite graduates in the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences to stand. Chancellor, the UTS Council has resolved that candidates recommended to it by the Faculty Board in Arts and Social Sciences as eligible for awards have completed all requirements of a course of study approved by the Board and has conferred these awards upon them. Chancellor, I now present those graduates from the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences who are here before you to acknowledge the awards for which they have qualified.
So on behalf of the Council of the University of Technology, Sydney, I congratulate graduates on their achievements in obtaining the awards for which they have now qualified. Huge congratulations.
Graduates, please be seated. Chancellor, The Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences has a long tradition of research excellence. We describe, understand, and address important research problems and questions in innovative and productive ways. Our research features a collaborative and interdisciplinary approach in partnership with the professional fields with whom we engage, and which allows students to submit innovative, creative work. Chancellor, I present to you graduates receiving research degrees. The following students have graduated with the Doctor of Education: Parvez Ahmed Pirzado, for a thesis entitled Teachers' Understandings and Practices in Teaching Human Rights Concepts in Pakistani Schools, supported by a supervisory panel that included Principal Supervisor Dr. Marie Quinn and Co-Supervisor Associate Professor John Buchanan. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Parvez Ahmed Pirzado. Doctor of Philosophy, Stefan Joseph Theodore Elmusnino, for a thesis entitled Educational Strategies for Critical Listening in Sound Engineering, a Qualitative Evaluation, supported by a supervisory panel that included Principal Supervisor Dr. Ian Stevenson and Co-Supervisor Associate Professor Samuel Ferguson. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Stefan Joseph Theodore Elmusnino. David Goldman, for a thesis entitled The Multimodal Enrichment of the Psychoanalytic Space, a Proposal for Unsaturated Music, supported by a supervisory panel that included Principal Supervisor Professor Mark Evans and Co-Supervisor Emeritus Professor Theo van Leuven. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. David Goldman. Lisa Hobden, for a thesis entitled How Are Teachers Making Sense of Standard 1? Know Students and How They Learn in Their Local Practice, supported by a supervisory panel that includes Principal Supervisor Dr. Joanne Hyung-Chung Yu and Co-Supervisor Associate Professor John Buchanan. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Lisa Hobden. Rosemary Ann Irvine, for a thesis entitled School Innovation and K-6 STEM Learning, a Narrative Inquiry, supported by a supervisory panel that included Principal Supervisor Dr. Kirsty Young and Co-Supervisor Professor Matthew Kearney. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Rosemary Ann Irvine. Janet McLean, for a thesis entitled Using Feminist Institutional Kindness to Reimagine Becoming an Academic in the Contemporary University, supported by a supervisory panel that included Principal Supervisor Associate Professor Ilaria Vani Akariti and Co-Supervisor Professor Joe Mackenzie. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Janet McLean. Dewey Wayu Mustikasari, for a thesis entitled Blended and/or Online Learning in Indonesian Higher Education, Teachers' Design Principles and Practices, supported by a supervisory panel that included Principal Supervisor Dr. Keith Heggett and Co-Supervisor Associate Professor John Buchanan. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Dwi Mayu Mustikasari. Carla Diane Subroki, for a thesis entitled Practical Insights for Integrating Social Dimensions in Fisheries Management, supported by a supervisory panel that included Principal Supervisor Professor Catherine Barclay and Co-Supervisors Emeritus Professor William Gladstone and Dr. Beth Fulton. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Carla Diane Subroki. Master of Arts Research, Pragya Paneru, for a thesis entitled Gender Positioning in Textbook Images and Their Interpretation by Young Readers in Nepal. Chancellor, we will now present to you our coursework graduates receiving awards today.
The following students have graduated with a Master of Applied Linguistics and TESOL. Reishi Liu. Marie-France Louise Orbes. Yao Chung Wong. Master of Education, Learning and Leadership, Hadil Aloui. Vanita Brianna Bailey. Sonia Fernanda de Freitas. Brett Douglas Duncan. Annette Gillian Ems. Janine Elaine Guggen. Safia Khan Hassanain. Catherine Louise Lone. Cecilia Muller. Cheryl Lizaso Nguyen. Melinda Pedavoli. Annalisa Ramundi. Eddie Zephyr Redding. Candice Tennille Robertson. Stephen Robinson. Lubna Sayed. Lauren Jennifer Scott. Nicole Marie Serrett. Katarina Terry. Demetria Diane Vithuka. Amy Wallace. Lee Charles Winston. Hasib Zakaria. Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Education, Master of Education, Learning and Leadership, Jonathan Larkin. Master of TESOL and Applied Linguistics, Xiao Bo Zhang. Master of TESOL and Applied Linguistics Extension, Paul Noel. Master of Teaching in Secondary Education, Stefano Albert. Charles Antoniades. Melissa Carollo. Andrew George Cook. Khadij El Hilou. Bradley Gordon. Courtney Subritsky Harun. Stella Catherine Heyman. Cindy Dewi Koo. Eleni Jean Laskaris. Cameron James Manton. Olivia Campbell Signorini. Richard Sewell. Jackson Hua Nan Zhou. Bachelor of Education, Bachelor of Arts in International Studies, Sarah Faith Elliott. Jennifer Kim. Alexis Padua. Bachelor of Education, Bachelor of Languages and Cultures, Stephanie Maria Yazumis. Lana Moody. Danielle Petrakis. Dominic Dwi Brahma Starin. Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Education, Diploma in Languages, Faith Teo. Jacinda Yuet Sim Wong. Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Education, Alayinka Latifat Abibda. Michaela Eleni Achi. Salma Ahmed Irshad. Ryan Ali. Lindsay Mary Caius. Benedict Joseph Coyle. Eamon Joseph Dara. Michelle Tien Huang Ho. Patrick Raymond Patao Ibarra. Eun Ji Kim. Hannah Graham. Tiana Jade Lawler. Victoria Montserrat Mukherjee. Maggie Rookley. Shamun Shamail. Jamie Isabel Yates. Chloe Marie Young. Bachelor of Global Studies, Erin May Brown. Amelia Peta Dockrell Kavanagh. Layla Hope Chesi. Talula Euphemia Eunice Forthrop. Tommy Hay. Xiao Tong Huang. Jack James. Megan Ann Marsh. Jaden Steele. Yun Chi Sun. Yvonne Lorraine Warbank. Chen Wan. Master of Arts in Creative Writing, Hannah May Kissel. Mona Maev Serez. Louise Sinclair. Bridget Tracy Trenier. Graduate Diploma in Creative Writing, Omar Matthew Rashid. Bachelor of Communication, Media Arts and Production, Bachelor of Creative Intelligence and Innovation, Pia Catherine Cutler. Bachelor of Communication, Writing and Publishing, Bachelor of International Studies, Grace McManus Joseph. Bachelor of Music and Sound Design, Bachelor of International Studies, Chelsea Ann Marcellina. Kenneth Mark Yap. Bachelor of Communication, Creative Writing, Charlotte Jane Bosler. Grace Collison. Nicholas Oliver Lavery. Georgia Mary Loadsman. Alicia Adrian Chavez Murphy. Mark Nguyen. Michaela Thekla Theokaros. Bachelor of Communication, Journalism, Ashley Wells. Bachelor of Communication, Media Arts and Production, Max Kalel Altman. Bachelor of Communication, Writing and Publishing, Vanessa Marie Bumelem. Bachelor of Music and Sound Design, Diploma in Languages, Andrea Sophie Yatsenik. Bachelor of Music and Sound Design, Jesse Diakij. Sarah Eliza Xing Mei Everhart. Miguel Gualda de Farias. Lachlan Spencer Hall. Yuling Lu. Matthew David McAdam. Matthew Mendens. Tanison Palanositepa. Ella Susanna Williams. Taylor Angeli Young. Master of Applied Linguistics and TESOL, Yu Zhou.
Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of graduates from the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences.
So on behalf of UTS, I'd like again to say a huge congratulations to our new graduates. And just as importantly, to your family and friends who have no doubt given support, love and a great deal of understanding during your studies. Finishing a degree or a diploma is a major milestone, and we don't underestimate the hard work and the sacrifice that you've made in achieving this goal. You should be very proud of what you've achieved, because the university is certainly very proud of you. We know that your graduation is one of the most important moments in your life and brings with it both opportunities and challenges. And the opportunities for UTS graduates have never been greater. Our graduates are held in very high esteem by employers, not just because of the quality of education you have received here, but also because of its very practical nature. Conversely, the challenges in the workplace have never been greater. Scrutiny and the expectations of society are already high and continue to grow. And I would absolutely urge you all to maintain the highest level of both personal and professional integrity. Confront with courage the inevitable ethical dilemmas as they arrive, and remember the caution that the behaviour you walk past is the behaviour you condone. But beyond the opportunities and challenges, graduation signals that you have gained new knowledge. Use it wisely and use it responsibly, and ensure that your impact is a positive one, that you're seen to give and not to take. And I say this particularly because you are graduates of a university of technology. And as we know, technology can be a huge force for good, but it certainly can have unintended consequences. And we need to be very alert to those, not just the unintended, but also the technology that by design is not benign. There will, of course, be times when knowledge is not enough, and you will be called upon to make judgments. Now, judgment is informed by experience, and particularly the experience that you gain by making mistakes. And mistakes, while we would avoid them, but actually they provide the greatest learning. And I think all of our occasional speakers we've had during this graduation period have highlighted the fact that you do learn from the experience you make when you make mistakes. So they're the best learning, and they help you build those reserves of judgment on which you can later draw. My challenge to all of you here today is really to make sure that you create enough space and time to build those reserves of judgment. Turn off the laptop, turn off the iPhone, and just think. Think about the questions that you need to ask, think about the answers that you receive, and think about the judgments you're being called upon to make. And I really can't stress enough how crucial it is to be able to think. We all know that the world is becoming more complex, but with careful thought and reflection, this complexity can be managed. Purposefully thinking through the decisions you'll face and thinking through what are the intended but unintended consequences of those decisions is an incredibly important career skill. So I urge you all to spend time. I know through all of your studies, part of what underpins everything we do here is to develop that critical thinking capability, but you do need to keep developing it. Your job is not yet done, so please just spend time learning how to think and think better every day. But finally, we hope that your relationship with UTS doesn't end here today. Your career will evolve in multiple dimensions and no doubt across multiple geographies. But one thing is certain, and as I've just said in relation to being able to think, you will have to continue to acquire new knowledge and engage in continuous learning. And certainly at UTS, we're very focused how we can support you, our alumni, in this lifelong learning journey. So we now welcome you into the global UTS alumni community. Stay engaged and stay in touch, and remember that the Alumni Office is your lifelong connection to the university. So may I congratulate you all again and wish you every success in applying the skills and knowledge that you have gained in our world-class institution. Well done again. It now gives me great pleasure to invite Professor Martin Bean, CBE, to deliver the occasional address this morning. Martin.
Hello, everybody. What a pleasure to be here. Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, graduates, esteemed family, esteemed faculty, friends, and distinguished guests. What an honour and a privilege it is to be here with you today. I too would like to start by acknowledging the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, upon whose ancestral lands the university now stands, and pay my respects to elders past, present, and emerging. May I start by thanking our Chancellor, our Vice-Chancellor, for honouring me today with this amazing award. UTS literally changed my life. I was a part-time working adult, and without UTS welcoming me back to higher education, I would not be standing here today. And I know that all of you, and by the way, you can relax now, receiving this award, you've been set up perfectly for your future as well. Today we gather to celebrate the remarkable achievements of our graduates. And sitting up here and watching you each cross the stage was nothing short of inspiring. And I want you to just take a moment, as the Chancellor said, on these big days, to not let it pass by in a blur. Slow it all down, take a moment, enjoy every minute with those that you love. Each of you has dedicated years of hard work, passion, and creativity to reach this milestone today. So as you embark on your journey outside these academic walls, I wanted to just speak a little bit to our graduates today about the role you are destined to play as future leaders in a world that is constantly disrupted by change. We all know that our world is evolving at an unprecedented pace, marked by technological advances, social shifts, and global challenges. The turbulence we face is not a temporary storm, but a new storm. However, within this turbulence lies immense potential and opportunity, and you, the graduates of today, have a unique role to play in turning disruption into advantage. I believe there are 4 leadership attributes that will set you up for success in life: anchoring in your own personal values, accepting the externality of change, prioritizing self-care, and recognizing the need to learn for life. As graduates poised to shape the future, you are the living embodiment of these principles. You have the capacity to transform challenges into opportunities, to lead with empathy and purpose, and to inspire those around you. Your degrees that we celebrate today are not just a statement of the skills you have developed. They are tools for change, instruments for transformation, and vehicles of expression. And I'd like to just take a moment to briefly explore those 4 leadership principles. In a world of constant change and uncertainty, your values will be your North Star, guiding your decisions and actions. You now have an opportunity to shape perceptions, influence minds, and impact society. The values you hold dear will serve as the foundation upon which you build your contributions to the world. And I want you just to take a moment to reflect while you're here today on what truly matters to you. Is it the pursuit of knowledge, fostering creativity, championing equality, or spreading joy through your art? Your values will give your work meaning and purpose, and they will help you stay true to yourself when faced with the inevitable challenges. Remember, it's not just what you do, but why you do it that will set you apart as leaders. Secondly, accept the externality of change. Change is no longer a predictable event. It's a constant force shaping our lives. By being here today, you've already demonstrated your adaptability and creativity. However, the world will continue to transform, and you must be willing to evolve with it. Embrace change as an opportunity for growth and innovation. Whether it's adopting new teaching methods, exploring emerging genre of literature, experimenting with cutting-edge animation techniques, or pushing the boundaries of musical composition. Your ability to adapt will be a key asset. Try to think about, instead of resisting change, be the architects of it, shaping a future that aligns with your values and your aspirations. Thirdly, prioritize self-care. As leaders in your respective fields, you will be asked to give a lot of yourselves, but you must remember that you cannot pour from an empty cup. Self-care is not selfish. It's an essential component of sustainable leadership. Just as an artist needs to replenish their creativity and a teacher needs reflection to refine their methods, you need to take care of your physical, mental, and emotional well-being. In the hustle and bustle of life, don't forget to nurture your inner selves. Find your own ways to recharge and rejuvenate, whether it's through meditation, journaling, hiking, or simply spending quality time with loved ones. Self-care is not a luxury, but a necessity. By taking care of ourselves, you'll be better equipped to lead and inspire others. Finally, recognize the need to learn throughout your lives. The process of learning should never end, no matter how many degrees you earn or accolades you receive. In a world that constantly reinvents itself, lifelong learning is the cornerstone of adaptability and innovation. As graduates from these incredible diverse disciplines, you have the power to cross-pollinate ideas, creating unique and groundbreaking solutions to complex problems. Stay curious, stay hungry for knowledge, and remain open to new perspectives. Seek out mentors, engage in continuous professional development, and never underestimate the value of having a beginner's mindset. The more you learn, the more you'll realize how much there is to discover. So in conclusion, I want to leave you with a thought. Our world may be turbulent, but it is also full of beauty, wonder, and endless possibilities. Your journey as leaders will not always be smooth sailing, but remember that turbulence can be harnessed to propel you forward. Stay anchored in your values, embrace change, prioritize self-care, and keep learning. These attributes will be your compass in navigating the uncharted waters of the future. Congratulations, my fellow graduates of this wonderful university that changed my life, and I'm sure has set you up for great success and happiness. The world out there, well, it eagerly awaits the impact you will make, the stories you will tell, the art you will create, and the music you will compose. You are not just graduates, you are leaders who have the potential to shape a brighter and more harmonious future for all of us. Thank you, and may your journey be filled with purpose, passion, and boundless creativity.
Graduations are indeed among the most important occasions in the life of a university, and we're very fortunate at UTS to have some of the most distinguished members of our community speak to us. Professor Bean is a true agent of change and innovation. It's not very often you get the opportunity to hear from somebody who has been a disruptor for good of such a large part of the system of education, extending accessibility to so many people. So his advice to you today, as you take the next steps in your career journeys, is so pertinent. Importantly, in the context of seeking out potential amongst the turbulence of change that we all will face. He's reminded us to hold to our values, to embrace and accept change, to prioritise self-care, and to continue to learn and seek out the new things that will make a difference in the world. As you take the next steps in your career, I hope that you will find, like me, Professor Bean's advice to be so valuable. Would you join me again in thanking Professor Martin Bean for the occasional address?
Chancellor, guests, graduates, that occasional address concludes the formal proceedings of this ceremony. On behalf of the Chancellor, I invite you to join the official party for refreshments. These will be served in the Great Hall foyer and in the balcony room adjoining this hall. The photography, framing and memorabilia services are located on level 4, which is 1 floor below us. The academic procession is about to leave the Great Hall. As it does, I invite our new graduates to join the procession, which will end in the balcony room. Would the congregation please rise for the academic procession?